Jayakrishnan Rajagopalasarma. Jay is he's a person from a software engineering background. And he's going to talk about building your team that creates the ecosystem. So just to give you a bit about background about Jay. So he has got 6 years experience in the industry, and he decided to quit his job and come back to Jaffna 3 years before to build Arogya Life. The Arogya Life, which he has built, is a smart hospital platform, and it's built by a team, a high caliber team from Jaffna, and it's serving large scale hospital clients in Colombo and in the outskirts as well. So Jay, please go ahead and give us.
Thanks a lot, and thank you very much for this opportunity. And I would like to share, use this opportunity to share what is Arogya and the message that I learned from my 2.5 to 3 years journey with Arogya from Jaffna and my team. So one thing that I see in the success of Arogya is the team, the people behind that, and I have a super talented team that I was lucky enough to build and get such a team back to Jaffna. These are high caliber people, a mix of high caliber people with experience in Singapore, USA, and 5 to 10 plus years experience, and people from University Jaffna and even Spooky, Jala IT Hub. From that level, we have a team, and my message here and my experience in Jaffna is that what I see, what we need to do in Jaffna or a northern province or places like northern province anywhere in the world is to build your team that creates an ecosystem. So one of the challenge, I would say, any startups that's coming, any technology or any even a normal startup from northern would say in a simple term that we don't have this ecosystem of entrepreneurship yet. That's a summary of all the small problems, right? So we have to build the ecosystem, we have to build a model, we have to build a framework that we can show to our next generation. This was in my mind, and I'll go through how this Arogya concept came. So when I was in the industry, the Jala IT Hub started in Jaffna, and we pitched it in the season 1 and we won it. It's like 3 or 4 of us from University of Malta Computer Science Engineering, and around 2017 I got connected with the people through Jala IT Hub who are willing to invest on us, the concept that we are bringing, and for us to quit the job and come back to Jaffna and do something. This is there, so I should be thankful for the people who was that kind of a confident on those days. I'm mentioning about them in the next slides, and by today we have around 30 plus skilled employees and the established corporate from Jaffna. We're running this Arogya Life ecosystem. So we are in Rasavin Totem Road, Nalu, Jaffna is our address. So the vision was to build a brand from Jaffna and to serve the world and empower the North and East young people. So this was the short vision, and this is what is all about Arogya. So the concept of Arogya is that being in Sri Lanka or Sri Lanka-like countries, you would have experience if you go inside a hospital. You know the most of the money that you are going to spend in your life is, believe me, in hospital, right? Until otherwise you're willing to die. So that place is not comfortable enough when you're sick. Like these are running with the old systems and all. So it is a kind of a very unrealistic vision that shall we change from this left side to right side, the hospital? Can we, some people from Jaffna or people we studied outside, worked outside, come back to Jaffna, build something and replace the whole hospital piece of software to Arogya, run something smart? How we did is, the story is that I pitched this idea. We have the investment from this connection that we got from this Jala IT Hub, and we pitched the idea to large scale. I directly went and pitched to large scale hospital like Hema, Sri Lanka, Asri, Navalo, And some of the hospitals are not ready to take a risk. Some of the hospitals are ready to take a risk. There's one of the hospital is Hemas Hospital. So that's our first client. We work with these people. So they have a vision of their digital roadmap, how the hospital, smart hospital roadmap, and our thoughts, like it's 4 people team. We also telling the thoughts, and because they can't see that kind of a smart product in the industry. So we work with them. So the challenge is like 1 or 2 years. We have to work with them, understand their pain points inside the hospital with the current system that we are facing, and bring up a solution that solves all these pain points. Then they are ready to buy. Right. This was the challenge. And then with this challenge, I got a round of investment. I'm telling you, this is what I'm going to do. These are the people, and there are people ready to invest. So we did it, and this is where we are right now in the hospital. Very kind of a smart solutions where we have taps, and we are tapping the nurses, doctors, and the counters of hospital information flow, crowd management, scheduling, appointment management, and pharmacy, laboratory, inpatient, all come together under an Arogya Life, a smart product that we have built over the last 3 years. So this is the growth of Arogya. We started with a 4-people team, and then we deployed our solution on 2018 at one of the large hospital, Hemas, and then 2019 we established another round of investment with a 10+ company, and 2020 last year it's growing so fast. So we have a very interesting product now, and this the customers that we are using, this large hospital, they have a very good feedback of this Arogya, and simply by last 6 months I will be able to get 5 more large hospitals. So it's more than 10+ large hospital running this solution. This is how we are going. So actually we started from Mulai Hospital. This is where all started. There are some investors. They want to do a patient management system, just a patient record system in Mulai. And that's where my interest started. And I then when I go there, my thought is, yeah, there is a real problem. And we are talented people, and we are going outside always. Now the brain drain the problem. So can we bring the people back, solve this thing, and build an ecosystem towards that and make money out of that? And that's going in a success direction. So I should be able to, on that, these are the people I was talking about, Ramoshan and Bernard, Kumar and Mohan. So these are the people we had around two rounds of investment, and not only investors. So these people are very high quality and high quality background, and they're very active in the board, very smart investors, right? We have like with this Ramoshan and Bernard Kumar, we have bi-weekly review calls now on the plan. So that's how the heat of how Arogya Life is moving on. And we have a big vision, right? So when I started for Mulai Hospital, I decided, okay, there should be a tech and health, and that should be like unimaginably big vision we should have, including elderly care, preventative health care, and partner ecosystem. We have to connect different things, and health startup ecosystem we have to create, and the command center integrated platform, and towards that we should go for data mining and analytics. And so we are here right now, integrated platform. This is where we are, and this is always we set a vision of next 10 years, what we are going to do, an updating vision. So this is the success of Arogya. What I wanted to show you here is that the team that I'm building in Jaffna, how this is all become success is the major problem that like this that Raj also told, the government job problem. This is the number one problem. People want to go behind government because there is a model. There is no model to show that you can do something from Jaffna. Another thing is the high caliber people moving outside Sri Lanka. That is the pattern. So that is the money that makes sense. So now I have a team that we have really done. There are 3 people who left to work in Singapore and US. Like these people did engineering here from Jaffna. People did engineering, went outside, and then worked there 5-6 years, and then came back now and settled here, right? So now they are running in BMW in Jaffna. So that is the the framework, the model that we are showing to Arogya, and importantly, you have to make sure all your team that you are building here is also with the same vision that you are seeing. So I spend around 50% of my time for first 2 years of the startup with the team to motivate them towards what I'm trying to do here. So there is nothing at Jaffna. There was nothing 3-4 years before. There was nothing, and I'm giving the picture to them. This is what we are going to do, and then with the people who are coming in. So I was very actively and very minutely head hunting the people. So right now I have 30 people, but these 30 people are solid creams from Jaffna, right? So I invest a lot on finding people. That is so difficult. This is the greatest problem I have. Now, even now, I need a person with 5 or 10 plus years hands-on experience in operations and technology. Right? I need one who should be able to quit the job and come back and settle in Jaffna and work with me. So what are the problems there? Number one is that lifestyle is one of the problems. So when you come to Jaffna, there is a Jaffna culture. Some people don't like it, but they like this foreign culture. So I'm trying to build a kind of the team. I'm trying to build a culture where when you come there, you live the life there, the real life. It's not just a company. We do all sort of different things, cooking, planting, and the celebrations and all. It's a core part of the execution. It's how I succeeded. When the people, now a good example is two of my friends who were working in Singapore. When they saw these things, right, they said they want to come and they want to be, because they love to be in Jaffna. Only thing is they don't have a platform. So when they show these things, after they are seeing these things, they are inspired and they liked it. They wanted to be with part of it. They quit the job in Singapore, which is around 5,000 Singapore US dollar, around that level of the jobs that they were doing, around 5+ years experience in Singapore, and came back. So that's a model that I want to pass in this presentation, how we build, and we do continuously, we do hackathons overnight, 2-3 days, right? We stay and put the movies and walk, and then 4 days we won't do anything, and 3 days we work like late day and night. So different patterns, going out and all, and that made the product right now. So I trust the team now. They just now we have 10+ hospitals. They just handle it. I can do my business. I can do all these things. The team, even though COVID-19, people are not coming to the office, there is a momentum between these 30-40 people, what we are doing, how we are doing, and what is our vision, and what we have to do. It's very clear. They just run Arogya right now. So by looking at this, what I see is that if you invest time on building a team with the right vision, that creates the ecosystem. And that is what we really need to do for places like Northern in Sri Lanka. And that's about my presentation.
Oh, thank you very much. That was fascinating. So I think both you and Jay and Onyog spoke about the culture that seems to be very key to the success, all your successes and growth as well. I think I'll just open the floor to anyone who wants to ask any questions. Would you mind answering a few, if there are any? Please unmute yourself if you want to ask a question.
Jayakrish, I have a question. In your company, do you have an HR who is responsible for the resources, or do you have any plans on that?
I have one person who is actually management graduate from Borneo, Jaffna University, who is a guy who do all these things, from finance to HR to agreements to chasing customer to everything. Mm-hmm. So you need multiple role-playing people inside. So that was like, it took me 1 year to find such a person. So I Actually, I tried with around 3-4 people and finally settled with that guy right now. And you know what? That guy, the last month, what I'm doing is he is from the finance background. I bring this guy to some of the large hospitals in Sri Lanka. In the Colombo 2 hospital, he is working to understand the finance module of Arogya. So when the hospital operation happen, it will automatically generate this general ledger. So we need a finance module when we do a large hospital system. So now that guy is not only an HR guy, he is doing this thing and he is improving his financials by going into hospital finance department and understanding what they are doing, right? Then actually I have to do a HR management system for hospitals because this Arogya is kind of, now the hospitals are asking we need one system. Then okay, Hemas and 2 hospital in Ratnapura and all, they want all these things packed inside Arogya. So the hospital can just trust on us. They like us. They like our team. So I have one person like that. To be specific, I really no need an HR person who want to go and make sure all the employees' needs are covered, because I didn't build a kind of a corporate structure. I built a kind of a family where I know everything. We all know what we are doing. So that HR need is very less for me rather than handling this. What I need is just financial handling.
My last question is, can you compete with India and neighboring countries and export?
Actually, we have replaced 3 different large-scale, 2 from India. So we have replaced their system. I cannot mention the names and all. So we have replaced their system in the largest hospitals. So definitely, what we are doing is a leap forward away, kind of a smart concept. So I still did not start looking outside Sri Lanka because the internal opportunity it's huge for me. Like I can't even handle the internals of Sri Lanka. There's a lot of customers coming in, and after the COVID-19, now we are doing video calls, and even we are trying, even the companies like Dialog Mobitel are trying to partner with us to serve their clients. So I need to work with these kind of people. So we definitely can compete, and this product is built in an international standard, considering HL7 and fire. So I have a separate team on that to always make sure, since my investors are from UK and US, California and New York. So we have continuous communication between different people from there, even in NHS, to understand how things are going on, what is their pain points there, whether one day can we go and pitch there. So that level I'm looking forward. So definitely I think we can compete with the Indian kind of people, Indian kind of market right now.
Thank you. Question from Jeeva.
Hi, Jayakrish. I'm going to ask my very my pet project and my pet thing on gender. I wanted to ask you whether you find, I mean, you've got men and women working with you. Do you find a difference in terms of the gender aspects of knowledge retention, ability to learn, work ethic, etc., between the males and females amongst your team?
This is an interesting question. Now, right now I have 13 girls on my team, and there are some part we have problem. For example, I have a team in Ratnapura now, right, boarded, and they are launching our platform in one hospital there. So we hired a hotel and we are staying and doing. So I might not be able to get these Jaffna girls to Ratnapura in the hotel. So that's the problem. But as per your question, their effort and the knowledge and delivering, within these 12 people, I have around 8 people. They are like super people. I depend on them for something. They just do it. So we have a specific thing like the patient interaction app and all. That is done by 2 girls. They handle the app. They deploy. They talk with the customers to make sure if there are any issues. So they are vast. Like when I started, the company, when I was starting 2 years before, there is a clear difference I can see. These girls are always reluctant to come forward, right? Then when we do like I show you, the important thing is every month we do a cook day, right? It's about we all come, we cook and eat. That's where the girls started talking because they have to cook. If we cook, nobody can eat. So then that mingling started happening. Then the girls started talking a lot, right? So I spent one whole day for this cook day in my company. Their girls started talking. Then slowly they started mingle with the boys. And now, like I said, these 8 girls I have, they are superb talent. I don't see any problem rather than these cultural barriers they have, like traveling and staying. Even that there are 2 girls are there, I should be proud about them. They came. They was there 1 week in Ratnapura, right? They stayed with me on this launch time. So other than this cultural barrier that is creating, I don't see a big problem converting the girls who are reluctant to come and they are reluctant to showcase. They are reluctant to mingle up. If you build a system, kind of a culture where you include those people and you don't see a difference, then they started kind of dominating in this thing.
Okay, thank you very much. Very good. Interesting.
Yes, that is quite
I
interesting.
have a question.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, if you see that this business is flourishing and you wanted to expand, and you need to expand it to multiply by 2, say another 30 employees you have to cater the services that is being asked for. Do you think you can find those people from Jaffna, the graduates from Jaffna, and you can train them?
One thing I don't do is, sorry, 1 minute. Oh, but it's going down. So one thing I don't do is not just taking, like if I want to expand the 30 to 60 or the 35 to 70, I don't get 35 graduates, right? I need 10 experienced people. That's a problem. Getting graduates is easy. Like every year there are graduates coming, and now we have a model. Now, for example, if now Arima, Arogya, or this Miller was there, SenseMate, if we go into any step into any university, Jaffna University or Clean Energy University, we can get a number of graduates, right? They are ready to come and all. And we have a success story and we have an inspirational team and concept and all. So we can get this graduate. But if I'm going to get 15 graduates, fresh graduates, I have to get 15, 5 or 10 plus years experienced guys to manage them. That's how I'm building the product now, because my product need high caliber team. My other problem right now is I have a team in Colombo, around 5 people team, all are singular people. Those are the people who is executing the operations in Colombo. So I have to expand it now. So we have a product. I need to expand this team. So I'm concentrating on getting more people to exploring the other opportunities in Colombo. But yes, definitely when we want to go outside Sri Lanka, we should expand. But the concept here, the problem here is getting high caliber people in Jaffna is the real problem even now. Maybe our stories might tap them. I can get like 1 or 2, 3. But if you really want to make this 30 to 100, it's very difficult. At the moment, I say, I don't know how it is. So far I have done this one, but it is kind of a 1 year. We have to think strategically, differently, and a plan to make this expansion. That's a real challenge in front of us.
I have a follow-up question. This high caliber people you need, can you bring down from India for a project basis to mix with Jaffna resources? Is it possible?
You mean the vision was there every year there are 35 people from, I only know Jaffna count, 35 people are going to University of Moratuwa, right? So my question was, where those 35 people are going? How can I bring them back? because they have roots in Jaffna. Now what I told you is these two people who quit from Singapore, their home is in Jaffna. So I'm building, they should come back to their home, they be with their family relationship, earn 300,000, 400,000 with a car, right? This is what I'm trying. If you try to bring the Indian people to Jaffna, then still I would say these Indian people have roots in India, right? You are just bringing them to a work here. I'm trying to build a life, right? So bring the Jaffna people back to Jaffna, bring the Indian people like, now they are leading everywhere in India, bring them back to India, create their life, because now COVID changed the lifestyle, right? Now I stuck in Colombo for last 1 month, and it's like my life is stuck. I want to go for Jaffna. I can't live this flats life in a flat every day. So this is my thinking, but definitely if you really want to increase the Jaffna ecosystem of IT, we should bring people from India or people from China, whatever. This should happen. That is one other aspect of we are thinking. And my aspect of thinking is the people who has families in Jaffna, why are you in Singapore? I can give you 300,000, come back.
Okay.